We need to have a come to Jesus moment real quick and have an understanding that you're not always going to agree with me and I'm not always going to agree with you. And that doesn't mean that we can no longer communicate and support each other. Because I'm about to say something, it's going to be divided. I'm standing in line and my stepson's girlfriend is standing in front of me. Apparently she's holding 2 plates. So some guy says, oh, you're fixing your man's plate. And she turns around and looks at me and she says, you're fixing Dre's plate, aren't you? She's like, probably not. And the guy was like, why not? And I was like, why would I? And then I was like, matter of fact, he's up front. Does he have my plate? And the guy was like, that's interesting. What the f is that interesting? I hate this patriarchal expectation that the female is supposed to make the plate while the dude just sits there twiddling his thumbs waiting to be fed. He can make my plate, I can make his plate, we can make each other's plate, we can make our own plates. You in this line making your plate, where's your chat? Where's she at? Oh, you ain't got one. That's interesting. You said something's in there. What's in there? What is that?
It's a bucket boy.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, buddy, but that goes in there. You got me scared. I thought something was in there. You gonna sit it down so you can remember where you set it down so you come back and sneak back. I already know how you operate, young man. Yeah, I know. Go and put the top down. Seal it up real tight. You see where it's at? Where'd it go? If you can see it, you can have it. You see it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Right there. You can have it. But you gotta brush your teeth again.
I was talking to Dre's friend, and I told him he has like 30 years left to live. And then I was just thinking, like, that's a whole lifetime, basically.
Left?
Well, no, 40 years. He's 51. So if he dies at 90 something, that's a whole lifetime still.
To keep living.
Yeah, so he's learning. Like, you're still learning right now. And you're like, this is you living. And it's different seeing you live.
That is so cool. Dude, I don't think you've ever been this deep before. Did y'all pick up what she was putting down? Especially if you think about in the biblical days, they used to live in like the thousands of years. So 40 years old, I'm 41, but 40 years old is still a baby. So that means I can make all the mistakes I want. I'm still learning. Man, high five. Like, who needs a therapist when you got this and this? Just posting through the veins. All right, y'all, so I told y'all I can clean. Y'all may not think so, but that's okay. I'm gonna tell you why my home looks the way that it looks. I am type A, control, military brat, Aries, myself. So I have all these anal personality traits. Told you guys this before. Everything has its place, everything in its place. I like labels facing forward, spices in alphabetical order. That's how I like things. Nobody else in my house is that way. For me to maintain my sanity, I have to go into that place within myself in order to survive and just not give a... So there's like really no in between. Like I try to have an in between, but I can't maintain it because either it's my way or no way. And I get it. I'm selfish and whatever. But that's why I live the way my family lives. Well, this how we living? Okay. Did you know there's an order to washing dishes? That my kids, I have told them multiple times, but they don't listen. Bailey, what's the order to washing dishes?
Aren't you saying that you do like...
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's the order to washing dishes?
Forks and knives last? No, forks and knives, put them in there. Not knives, you don't put knives in the water. But you put them in there so you can make it simple.
The order is plates, bowls, cups, and then utensils.
Who taught you that order?
I don't know how to come up with.
I have communicated with my children. I grew up with the military man that after I washed the dishes, he would have me set them out on the table so he could inspect them before I could put them away. So I have communicated to my children these things, but no, you do glasses and cups first. Then you do your silverware, you do your bowls and your plates, and then you do your pots and your pans.
Oh, this is you?
just think when she gets
You need to like.
to be a teenager,
I wish they were thicker though.
she has thin hair.
Okay.
She only has so many follicles.
Yeah, well, you can't get retwisted all the time. You said this is good. You have to learn how to keep your hair. Do you wear a bonnet? I should be a better sister.
Bro,
You really should. Let's have that conversation. Oh, crappy ass sibling.
Honestly, I should have been bought her a bonnet or something.
You should be filtering all kinds of information to her.
Yeah, cause like.
Meanwhile, you yelling at her for the stuff she doesn't know. Teach her.
I'm not yelling at her though. I was just telling her. Like,
Not right now, not presently. You opened the door to the conversation of the crap sibling you are, and I'm like, yes, let's have it, please, because now that you're receptive to redirection, please, let's have it. Be nice to your sister. We choose disappointment. Disappointment doesn't choose us. I was listening to a Lady Gaga song, and she said, every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. I lightly brushed into the Bible. I know a little something. Tell me, is disappointment something that we're supposed to experience? You know, we're supposed to experience love. It says we're supposed to experience peace. Are we supposed to experience disappointment? Disappointment is assigning expectation to something. We're all on a journey, right? We're birthday, death date. Those are the only two guarantees in life. But for some reason, whenever we encounter something along the road, or we start assigning hope and expectation to different things, and then when those things that we chose to assign an outcome to don't produce a desired outcome, then we're disappointed. Then we feel let down, and then we feel like God did something to us, but in reality, nobody said this was the destination. This was the destination. Nobody said that this was going to be it. Whatever that is for you. Nobody said that except for you. So if in your destiny, your divine timeline that has already been written, if whatever your it is doesn't happen the way that you want it to happen, think about how many boyfriends or girlfriends you had, like, oh, this is the one, and it turns out not to be the one. Who told you it was the one? Except for you. So when it's not the one, you're choosing that disappointment because you assigned expectation. A job, you go to a job interview, you don't get the job. You're disappointed. Who told you that was your job? You. So you are choosing disappointment. How about we go through this journey that is life and we don't assign expectation? This is something that I recently learned. There's things that I feel that were promised to me in this lifetime. Now, I could touch my grave disappointed, but I'm choosing to believe in this particular thing. Now, this particular thing that I'm believing in, all throughout my life, I pursued it because it's been in my heart. I know that I came to this earth to do what it is that I feel is my it. But all through life, I've been disappointed, and it kind of discourages me. With every heartbreak, it's harder to keep the faith. I feel betrayed. I feel God doesn't love me. I feel all these different things. But God's sitting back like, sis, I didn't tell you that was it. These are just stops along the road so that you can gain whatever knowledge and skills are necessary in order to, once you get to it,